Tired of the plain old Rofi look? Let's turn this into a stunning, keyboard-driven launcher that matches your minimalist desktop. And we'll do it line by line. Welcome back to the Minimalist SwayWM series. In part 3, we're diving into Rofi, the powerful and minimal application launcher. We'll walk through every config line, customize its look, and explain exactly what each piece does. If you missed part 1 on Waybar or part 2 on configuring Sway, you'll find those links in the description. Let's make your app launcher beautiful. Rofi is a powerful and flexible application launcher, window switcher, SSH launcher, and more. Think of it like D-menu on steroids, with themes, icons, fuzzy search, and endless extensibility. We will configure it today for D-run, run, and window modes. So you can launch apps, run commands, or switch windows, all from one interface. I just started the Figma UI UX Design Essentials by Daniel Scott class on Skillshare, and it's been amazing for learning about layout, color theory, and user flow. Whether you're crafting a custom desktop setup or designing a clean web app, good design makes a difference. Or you can explore thousands of other creative and technical classes, from illustration to photography, coding, animation, and beyond. Skillshare is taught by real, world-class creatives. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive 20% off their first year of Skillshare, plus 7 days of free access and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's zero risk. Huge thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. First things first, let's install Rofi. If you're on Arch-based distros like Endeavor or Manjaro, run sudo pacman-s Rofi Wayland. On Debian-based systems like Ubuntu or Pop! OS, sudo apt install Rofi Wayland. And if you're using Fedora, sudo dnf install Rofi Wayland. That's all you need to get started. I've organized my config inside home.config Rofi with a config.rasi file and a shared folder for theme colors and fonts. This modular approach makes customization easy. Open your config.rasi. We start with the configuration block, which defines how Rofi behaves when launched. This line sets the modes Rofi will use: D-run for desktop apps, run for commands, and window to switch between open windows. This enables icons next to your apps and windows, handy for visual navigation. This controls how app entries are displayed, just their names in this case. This imports shared color and font definitions to keep the config clean and reusable. This defines the Rofi window itself, centered on screen, 800px wide, with real transparency and a nice border radius of 15px. This section controls Rofi's layout. We're using padding to add breathing room and defining which elements appear: input bar, message text, results list, and the mode switcher. We add a subtle border and rounded corners to give the search bar a modern look. We set text and background to inherit. The prompt before your search input is styled with a search icon for visual clarity. We add placeholder text and color. This arranges the search results in 2 columns and 7 rows, ensuring the height remains consistent. Then we customize appearance of scroll handle. We add basic styling for each row or item, e.g. for styles for normal, urgent, and active items. This styles the highlighted result with a subtle border and custom color, improving keyboard navigation. We set icon size and aligns text vertically and horizontally. We align the mode switcher button centrally with padding to balance the layout. Style for each button. Highlighted button has border and urgent color. Messages like "No match found" appear here, styled with padding and background for readability. Then customize the text box with blinking cursor and markup support. Style for error messages shown if something goes wrong. Finally, we define the global color scheme in colors.rasi under shared folder. Then in our fonts file we define our font. That's your custom Rofi setup, minimal, beautiful, and fast. We broke it down line by line, so you can now tweak it to your taste. If you missed part 1 or 2, check them out to complete your SwayWM experience. In the next part, we'll tackle notifications, lock screens, or maybe even a status center. Hit subscribe to stay in the loop.